Alright, the pump fund stream is working, so I don't know what's up with the X. Still not working, bro. Maybe it's because Restream isn't on. Let me check. It says I'm right. An error occurred. Please try again later. Sorry, I don't mean to waste your guys' time. Like, whatever. I guess we're just gonna try to farm on TikTok. You guys better follow me, though. Your cam like glitching, bro. Is it still glitching? Dude, it's just so annoying. God damn it. Please work, bro. It's not working. Whatever. Okay, we can still go over the wins. So let me try to check some of these transaction IDs. This should be fine. Screw him, LOL. We waiting to see how you did it. You're fine on TikTok. Okay. I'm about to buy one soul and try any tips I've been learning for 3 months. Yeah, I actually cooked on this one really hard. This one got dangerous actually, and I could have sold actually for even higher P&L. But I mean, so basically, the strategy that I try to teach you guys, the one that I do every single day, or every few days, whatever it might be. This thing obviously got rugged to 0. Oh my goodness, it ran so hard. So basically what I do is I find tokens that I think are getting good volume and might not rug instantly. This isn't a great example, to be honest, because I entered this pool very high up. But the strategy with Meteora is I enter a pool, and basically, let's say I have 1 Solana like you, right? Instead of buying 1 Solana up here, Meteora allows you to set up a range of buy orders. So your 1 Solana is going to get split between a bunch of micro buy orders, right? Like literally my range was probably like 200 bins or something, 200 separate limit orders. As you can see, it orientates it so most of your Solana is going to be at the bottom of your range. So when I did this, excuse me, I don't know what my range really was per se, but what I do know is that I got out of range only one time. And you can see, right, this is the bottom of my range, approximately. So I have all of this room. I have all of this room on the chart to farm fees and get out. The only time that I get in trouble, really, is down here. And I was honestly a little bit worried after I saw this huge dump down. That was scary because I wasn't really getting too much in fees. Obviously, I'm getting better return than like being in a 6-7 pool, getting way better fees than something like that, where the coin is already super high market cap, very diluted in the pools, etc. So that's why I try to stick to newer pairs to trade. When I'm saying newer pairs, I mean like 1 to 5 days old. I'm not talking about new pairs like they just dropped like 3 minutes ago. I don't touch that stuff. I'm not a good new pair trader. But basically, we were able to get the farm fees on the way down. We were farming fees in here, farming fees in here. At this point, I remember seeing last night, I was 150 in the red. So my initial TVL was 700. I was down about 150 at the very bottom of this range, just so you can visualize that. And then I was like sleeping in super late because I stayed up super late last night. I woke up to this pump and I was like, oh, thank goodness. And then I just got out here. If for some reason I held, obviously I'm not perfect, but could have gotten out for a lot more profit if I just slept a few more hours or whatever. But it's good that I got out here because obviously you're always going to have that feeling of, oh, I wish I sold higher. I wish I got out earlier. It's never going to be perfect. And trading is never going to be perfect unless you get lucky a few times, which I have gotten lucky a few times. I have sold the top, I have bought the bottom before, but it's not something that's always replicable. You know what I mean? So I'm much happier that I just got out here instead of holding it and then experiencing this dump right here. Because at this bottom point, I would have probably been like break even or something like that. So that's how Amin worked. Obviously not the best play. I'm going to give you a better example of one that we cooked on. Kurumi has just been, I'm actually out of this now, but what a great pool this is. You want something like this. You want something that has a decent meme, decent narrative, something that has volatility and volume. Doesn't look like there's much volume, but you can see here, this volume, the way this is stacked, I like these little spikes in volume because that lets me know that the chart is somewhat organic, even if there are market makers participating or volume bots, whatever. It's not super obvious to me, and that's why I really like this chart. Opinion on Cumrocket. Do you have any advice on supporting a coin? Like, will setting up a second LP help bring eyes? Setting up an LP is not really going to bring eyes to it. It's just going to make your token more liquid. So, for example, on Kurumi, let's say this is my token, and I'm like, okay, well, I want to provide support on this. I'm not going to blast it because obviously if you have orders you're blasting, you're going to keep getting these little spikes on the chart. But if you set up an LP on this chart, for example, let's say for some reason you have 1,000 SOL or something. You have 1,000 SOL and you set up a buy side liquidity pool from like here to here, like I do. This putting in like 1,000 SOL or something, like 100K USD or something like that, it's just going to ensure that the sell orders are getting more absorbed. Maybe you already know that. But if you put in more buy side liquidity, it's just going to make it so that the sell orders have less impact on the chart. That's basically the one thing I can tell you about supporting your own token. But that's what I do. Like I'm not really supporting the chart. I mean, I am. But for me, like when I'm LPing stuff, I'm getting into farm fees and then sell the fees back and then get out. So like what I do maybe isn't beneficial to the coin long term. Maybe it is beneficial sometimes because I'm providing some liquidity, but like keep in mind my size is like $700, $1,000 at most, so it's not like anything that's really gonna be a major difference changer in the outcome of the token. What's up, Send It? Holy crap, it's been a minute. That was from last night. How do you farm fees? So Meteora allows you to farm fees. How much do you make per day? If I may ask. Not that much, to be honest. Like, I literally just got profitable over the past month, as you can see here. So in December, wasn't really making anything. This is also during my whole trip to Abu Dhabi, so I wasn't really paying too much attention. At one point, I'm down 6.8 SOL, minus 3 SOL, and then 7 SOL on this day, minus 4, plus 3, minus 2, 3, and then 8 yesterday. So it's really around the board, to be honest. I can't give you a solid answer on that. It's not something where you can really, I mean, like, the money I'm making is not my income. This wallet, I never withdraw anything from this wallet. It's solely for the purpose of trying to see how high we can grow it. So this stuff allows you to make extra money on the side if you have discipline, but it's not something that's going to immediately replace whatever income you have right now. How's the port looking? It's looking good, Senda. I don't know if you tuned in. I don't remember. You're probably in some December streams, but I was not doing well. I got down to 136 SOL. We're back at 152, so we're chilling for now. Almost back at the 160 peak, so I'm very happy. It's really easy to go. It's really easy to stream when you're doing well. It's really hard to stream when you're just getting beaten down, which is kind of what was happening in December for me. I'm at 152, Gustavo. 152 in this wallet. How do you Sorry, I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Hero, like the Aussie hero. Do you use a grid for setting order prices? Not really, Connor. So, for example, on something like this, if you want to calculate your range pretty easily, you can do this on Axiom or GMGN, anything else. But come over to this sidebar, go to this price range, and then from here you can kind of determine your range. So now, right, we can I'm not going to enter this pool, I don't think right now. But we can give you an example real quick of how you might set it up. So here, we're looking at factory. Someone like me, I almost always go at least 87% down. And depending on what you think the token is going to do, if you're more skeptical of the token, you're going to want to go wider range. Very rarely do I recommend going shorter than 50%, but some people do, because obviously you're going to earn more fees if you make your range tighter, but it increases your risk a lot more. So that's why I always go wide. I'm fine with just making $5 or $10 or $20. If the token just does something like this and comes up, that's fine. But this really allows me to be protected. So you drew out your range, right? Minus 90%, or we can just go minus 87% for simplicity's sake. A minus 87% on this token is going to allow us to cover from 628K to 79K. So pretty wide range, but as we know, tokens can drop to literally 10K, even lower, especially in this market or in this recent market. So let's say I'm setting up an 87% range. Now what you're going to want to do is go to the token on Meteora, ensure there's a pool in it. Am I in Discord? Oh my gosh, I am in Discord. My friend just joined. I was like, what am I hearing? Yeah, you're not tripping. The stream is lagging super, super hard. Are you guys following me still? We were looking at this factory token. This is not something I'm going to open. Market is finally healing. I know it is. We are back. We back. Everyone's saying we're back. Okay. Gustavo says the way you trade is eye-opening. I'm so glad it is. It should be eye-opening. What did he say? Check out HODL. It's on Coinbase. If it's not a soul pair, I probably won't touch it. And being around when it's up and down is the tough part, showing the ups and downs. Yes, it is. It is. Okay, anyways, going back to the main objective. Oh, my camera is lagging really bad now. Sorry about that. That's so annoying. Well, we just lost 15 viewers. Anyways, I'm going to go over this. I probably won't be live too much longer. I know it's only been 20 minutes, but I need to get some food. But I do want to go over this example. So now we're actually going to move this around. So factory, right? The factory token. I'm not actually going to open a pool on this, or I will, but I'm not going to stay in it. Actually, I will. Why not? Why not? Why not? We can do a little test run on this. So we copy the CA. We go to Meteora, right? When you find the token on Meteora, let's paste the CA. You always want to paste the CA because it's going to give you the exact token instead of maybe copycats of old pools. Now, you're going to see 3 different pools. You're maybe wondering, which one do I go in? Which one do I go in? Just to keep it easy at the very beginning, right here, this says TVL. This means total value locked. This is how much money is in the pool. 99% of the time, I'm just going to recommend you to use the pool with the most TVL. Just go to that one. So we're going to click on this. This is the interface that pops up. Now, let's say we want to get into a pool. We're going to go to add position. And now we mapped out. We're like, okay, we can cover it down to 79%. I'm actually going to make it a bit wider if we're able to. I'm going to make it minus 90% down to 60K. Now, I'm going to go low. I'm going to go low soul on this one. I'm only going to put in 3. But now, right, I'm going to do this again. We go to add position. Make sure autofill is disabled. If you do autofill, then it's going to give you two-sided, which requires you to have some of the token, right? Because two-side, above the current price, you need the token to LP in. But I never do that. 99% of the time, I just go bid side. So here, we're only putting in Solana from the current price, and now we're going to go see if we can cover minus 90%. Yes, so all of the bins are bought. There's no non-refundable SOL that we have to pay. We are good to go. So now we put in 3 Solana. We hit add liquidity. We OK it on our wallet. We hit confirm. And you see how I went bid-ask here? The bid-ask curve makes it so more of your Solana is stacked at the bottom, like I was saying earlier. So that's how you do it. What's up, NQ Malone? Oh, what's up, Malone? Good to see you, bro. Let me give you a follow back, my dog. Beliefless coin, I've not seen that one. I guess we can take a peek at it. Kurumi is such a freaking cook. What is it? Beliefless. I don't know if I like it because it's kind of like a useless derivative and it's kind of getting really, really cooked. So I don't even like this price action, to be honest. It looks pretty farmy to me. Obviously, someone clipped it like to nothing here, so not something that falls into my playbook. But if you're in it, I hope it goes up for you, is what I always say. This guy is shilling hero. When's the best time to trade? Not really a specific time in my opinion. Like I said, like the pools I enter are super long term. I actually need to make sure I'm not getting destroyed on this one. Nice, it's not doing bad. That was another one I forgot I opened last night. Fa is cooking, thank goodness. T-Pay, I need T-Pay to pump, and everything else. So cooked. Oh, now we're live. We were live for what? Yeah, my Wi-Fi is just so garbage. I'm sorry. Oh, we were live for like 4 minutes. LOL. Such a joke. Like, what are we doing? But anyways, yeah. Check out BFM. I think I just was on BFM. Oh, no, I wasn't. I was on WBE. We can check out BFM, I guess. Okay, what is this, bro? Come on, I can't be showing that live. Honestly, the volume doesn't look all that bad. Honestly, though, like, odd meme, but this is sort of the chart we look for. The volume doesn't look too farmy to me, so good call, honestly. This isn't something that I would be... The only thing sketchy about it is, like, it's pretty degenerate, so sometimes on the super degenerate memes, I get worried that that's just going to rug super hard. I hate this song. Why are we listening to that? Why are we listening to that? Yeah, we can go. There's no pool on it. Interesting. So I'm not going to touch it because there's no pool on it. Just slinger cook? I see. Bro, what happened with your Wi-Fi? Everything is jacked up. New on TikTok? Not really. Not really new anymore. Did you upload the first journey when you had 1 soul in YouTube? I did not, but if you go to my Twitter... this is my main Twitter now. Obviously, it's crime, XBT. But my old account, actually... This is my old account when I didn't dox myself. I wrote a lot of like articles and stuff for Meteor about risk management. I cooked on this one. This was the first one where I was like, damn, I got 54,000 views, 600 likes. Like, we were cooking. 100 retweets, like crazy. But if you scroll down on this page, obviously, I'm retweeting some of my stuff. But for a while, I was just writing kind of content on stuff. Right, April 28, 2025. And let me see. I probably have like a benchmark of when... Look, this is when I bought my NFT. Bought this fella. P&L cards. I was in... skiing at this point. I think I was around like 50 or 60 soul on January of last year. Uh, 60 soul on January 14th. So I didn't have too many updates, I don't think. But yeah. I was tracking it technically back in the day, but not like I am now. It's so annoying. I would be on way longer if my Twitter was working, but it's not. My Wi-Fi is rugging me, dude. We can check out the Axiom trenches real quick. Yo, Crime, you've joined the Discord. Let's go. Thank you, Malone. I don't even know how you managed to see that. You must be in the Telegram. I haven't really advertised the Discord too much. But yeah, if you guys are here, I'm gonna chill the Telegram real quick. And then if you want to join the Discord, obviously just hit me up. It's in my link tree, so thank you though. I appreciate you, Malone. What legit coin now? I haven't really found too much stuff, to be honest. We can look at the recent graduates. All pretty mid. I don't see anything unique really. Carrot, like Rhino. And we can also check the good old deck screener. The good old deck screener scanner. Brain seems to be... Someone made a DLMM for Brain. Oh, that's interesting. Don't know what the deal is here. Anyone have any lore on this? We might as well enter in the DLMM just to cop a feel, if you know what I'm saying. Let's see how low we can go on this one. We can get 90%, so okay, we're gonna go 4 and then go 90%, see what happens here. You're all alone. Go. Can you show your P&L? How much you up today? I won't show you my live. This is not correct, by the way. Total net worth is not correct. But this is the P&L that's being displayed from January 7th of last year to January 8th of this year. Not bad, not bad. W win rate. Yeah, I don't think these stats are completely accurate, to be honest. I don't know if my win rates. It's because like maybe they calculate win rate. Like sometimes I open a pool, it goes in, I get like $3 in profit, and it goes up and I close. So that might be why the win rate is so high. And you're all alone. Hey man, I don't want to beg. Is there any way I could get $20 worth of Solana to start? Unfortunately, no. I need every single Solana I have right now. I don't have that much money, and this is my full-time job, so I kind of need every penny I get. I'm kind of slow. Can you repeat? Do you want me to explain the LP pool in general again? You think Seppi Jiju gonna unprivate his ex and apparently claim fees on his token and sent 800k? I'm actually not. I'm so out of the loop on CT that like I don't really even know who that is, unfortunately. I'm just doing a test on this. I probably wouldn't recommend you to find. So basically, Gustavo, for example, on what was it? What did we just find? Brain. On Brain, I saw that this is getting a lot of volume. People are in a liquidity pool for it. So instead of buying the token here, if you just went to Axiom or Jupiter or whatever and you swap 1 SOL, or I entered this position with 4 SOL. So let's say I bought 4 SOL right here at this current price. Now, if it goes down, then I'm already losing money. The only way I benefit from buying right here, flat out, is if the token just goes straight up. Meteora takes my 4 Solana, allows me to take my 4 Solana, and it splits it up between a bunch of different buy orders. Now, the secret is that these buy orders charge tax whenever sell orders come in, right? So right now, the price is above my range, so I'm not going to get anything. Nothing's going to change. If for some reason the price just hangs out and goes up, my 4 Solana is going to be untouched. But if for some reason this token starts coming down into my price range, then immediately from this very first blue line I draw, this is basically a buy order. And it's not going to have 4 Solana in it because my 4 Solana is split out evenly between all of these different lines all these different price points. So at the bottom is where most of my Solana is going to be. So for example, on Brain, right, what we just entered, can you see how this curve, this set of liquidity is basically matching what I drew here? Obviously this is super messy, but you can see how most of my Solana is stacked here. So in this very first bin that I have 0.000069 Solana. You can see I have 1 cent of the token now. It's in my range, and I've claimed 0.006 cents of Brain fees. So you can see how it's starting to move into my range, right? It's now hit that first buy order, and I've now earned my first little bit of fees. So I want it to do something like this. I want it to bounce around, come maybe midway into my range, bounce, and then I can get out for profit here. If it comes even deeper, hangs around here, gets one bounce to here. This is also where I can get out. Or for some reason I'm super bullish. Where did I leave off? I know I got disconnected. What I was saying was the other scenario is that if we're super bullish this token and we don't want to get out, we're not just in it for the volume, we actually believe in the token and we think it's going to come back out. If it does something like this, R4 Solana, right, when the token comes down, your pool is going to depreciate in value. It's called impermanent loss. So we're hoping that the fees that we make are going to offset the impermanent loss we take from the pool depreciating. Because think about it. From this very first limit order right here, it's getting converted to the token. So if it goes down, this first limit order is just depreciating in value because it's swapped to the token. This is now technically sell side liquidity now that it's down here. So moral of the story is there's many different points you can get out when you're doing this strategy. If you don't believe in this token and you get one bounce, you can get out here and just move on. Or if you're really bullish, you can stay in it, wait for the range to come back out, hold your fees for higher. So that's kind of how it works. There's a ton of information on my page that you can look at and learn a little bit more. Does that make sense? Somewhat? What is that, 37 minutes? Alright, perfect. Did you guys miss all of that? What if the chart's super bullish? Did you see my explanation on what happens if it's super bullish? Basically what I was saying is like if you're super bullish on the token and it ranges around here, instead of if you get one bounce here, you can get out for profit here. But if for some reason you're bullish on it and you don't want to get out, you can just wait. And now you're going to have a bunch of unclaimed swap fees. You're going to have fees in the token. And then your 4 Solana is going to be 4 Solana again if it breaks back up above this level where we first started our range. Thank you. What if I only play with lower SOL though? That's fine. You can do 0.1, 0.5. Obviously, when I first started this account, I had 1.5. I said 1 Solana challenge. Technically, I started with 1.5. But when I was first starting, I would do 0.5 each range. And like I recommend people to start with lower. So like even if you open a pool like this with instead of 4 Solana, opening it with 0.1, the benefit is that you're going to see how the fee generation works. You're going to see when you're in profit, when you're out of profit, and that is going to be super beneficial if you want to end up adding in more size. What happens if it goes below the range? Very, very good point. So this is a way better method to trade memes in my opinion, but they're not entirely it's not entirely foolproof. Let's say this thing rugs all the way down. This is not what you want to happen, right? Because if it rugs straight down and gets no bounce at all, really, if it gets no bounce at all, then keep in mind, there's nowhere for the chart to go back up. You only get fees in Solana when it goes back up. So right here, as it comes down, you've only gotten fees in the token. You get fees in Solana once it hits your other orders, right? Because when it comes down, these buy orders, these all stay here and then switch to sell orders. So now, when the token goes up, you will get fees in Solana. So if for some reason the token just goes straight down and you don't get any movement to the upside, you're not gonna have made enough fees to offset your loss at all. if this happens, if it goes below your range, this is what you call having mental discipline. You have to withdraw your range and cut the loss. So if for some reason this dumps all the way below, I'm going to go hit withdraw, withdraw in closed position, close it quickly, and then I'm going to go to Jupiter. You can use this widget on their site and then just sell and just get out. Just get out. Cut the loss, move on. The reason why a rug straight down is different than if it does something like this, right? Like let's say it does something like this forever, but eventually fades off, comes out of range eventually. In this scenario, you're at least getting fees in Solana on the way down. Yeah, bro, I'm getting really, really pissed, honestly. It's like not doable. I don't even know what I was saying now. Can you guys remind me? Basically, I was saying that it's way more ideal for this to happen because you're gonna earn fees on the way down. Because at the bottom, if this thing ends up breaking down below this bottom range, the bottom of your range, you're still gonna have to take an L, but it's gonna be way softer of a blow to your account or whatever position size you're in, because you've earned Solana. You've earned more fees. So like instead of taking, if I had 4 SOL in here, if it dumps straight down, I'd probably take like a 2 SOL loss at the bottom here. But if for some reason it does something like this and I have to take a loss, I might take a 1 or a 0.5 SOL loss instead. You know what I mean? Dude, it's so annoying, Gustavo. That's probably all I'm going to say for now. I'm just going to get off before I get more triggered. I'm going to send the Telegram for you guys one more time. But I should be live later at like 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, something like that. And we can get after it once again. And I need to do some clipping, so I'm going to head off, I think. Same as token side strategy. When it exits at the top of the range, will there be a loss? So, one last thing I'll go over. Guguk is asking very good questions. So is Gustavo. Thank you, guys. Thanks for the live. One more thing. So, not that I ever go. I very, very rarely go token side. But, let me get rid of this real quick. Let's say you were setting up a token side range. Instead, you've bought the tokens, and now you're setting up an upside range of sell-side liquidity. So the only reason, if it pumps straight out of your range, you're not going to lose anything. Because think about it, these are just acting as sell orders. So let's say you bought 1 SOL of the token, you're just selling out basically as it goes up. And then after it exits the top, you're going to be in profit no matter what. The point where impermanent loss comes into play here is like you have to calculate. If it does something like this on the way up and stays around here, it's probably going to be more beneficial to set up a range. But let's say you have 1 SOL here and it just rips straight up. It might have been more beneficial to just hold your 1 SOL of the token and sell it as a limit order here, or a market order here. You know what I mean? So, again, it's not really my specialty, upside token ranges, but I do understand how it works. So, you're not going to necessarily lose money, but like you'll lose money in the sense that you wouldn't have made as much as you might have if you just held it. But again, not my specialty. Sometimes the fees really do make up for it, and it's more beneficial. But yeah. All right. I think that's it for now, fellas. The Wi-Fi is just really triggering me, so we'll be back. Do you do micro giveaways? Not yet. Once I get bigger, I'll start doing giveaways, but once I get like sponsorships and stuff. Technically, I am on the Meteora team, but I don't get paid that much, so. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Drop a follow if you're here. Please, please, please. That helps me out. And join the Telegram for more info. And I should be live later, and we can run it up again. And we can give an update on the positions I've opened. All right. Peace, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Mioni. Thank you, Mioni. I appreciate you. All right. I'll see you, fellas. I'll see you later if you guys are on. Appreciate you. Peace.